Hey guys, welcome to Skipfusion HIIT, 10 minutes, high impact, lots of energy, okay? So we're gonna go straight to your single bounce. So I'm doing the high impact version, Michelle's already done the low impact one. Just remember guys, HIIT, high intensity interval training. This is not your start point. If you're deconditioned or you're new to exercise, contrary to popular opinion, HIIT's gonna cause potential damage or injuries if you're not used to exercising. So I would definitely point you more in the direction of some of the other subgroups to Skipfusion, because from a motivation perspective, you have to be able to push yourself with HIIT because it is like a roller coaster. It's 1 minute hard work, and in this case, 30 seconds short working recovery. So if you're not used to exercise, it's going to be a huge shock to the system. Hence, you need to be conditioned. So make sure your water's close by. You may well need it, okay? So that's my little introduction on HIIT done. HIIT, fantastic exercise. It's hardcore. It's lots of energy. That's why people like HIIT, because if you're time poor, you can just crack on and get into it. Now Skipfusion HIIT, like all of the subgroups of Skipfusion, require very little equipment, okay? Just need a little space and a good attitude. They're the only two ingredients you need, okay? From here guys, switch it to backwards circular rotations. So you're just warming up the body. Obviously, because this is a 10-minute class, we're making sure that we warm you up as best as we can without eating too much into the 10-minute workout. But we're just doing our due diligence here, guys, and making sure you're as prepared as possible. Okay, guys, grab your jump rope. I want to take it to the bell hop, single bounce. You'll notice that all of our lower impact classes use the default double bounce as a start point. Now, although I'm using the jump rope here, you can still do this without jump rope. I showed you lots of times before. So for example, you could be here, side to side, that's still the bell hop, and it's still on the single bounce. So that's more difficult than the double bounce. So choose the option that you want. So keep the speed going. Just a few more seconds. Okay, that concludes the warm up. So get your heel kicks going guys towards your bottom, cross, shoulder. Lots of energy, cross, shoulder. Explosive. Challenging yourself, working it, pushing your heart rate up, knowing full well you've got 30 seconds working recovery. That's why HIIT actually is not good for a beginner, because psychologically it's tough. So intermediate or above. Focus on the breathing. One more. Okay, good morning. Soft knees, full extension, slowing it down, letting your heart rate calm down before you go to the next high intensity one. So you can imagine if you're time poor, which let's face it, these days most people are, that's why HIIT's become so popular, because it is high intense. And you know what, if you do it right, you can burn so many calories. Here we are with the boxer skip on a single bounce. Yeah, you can burn so many calories and you'll really notice the improvement in your fitness, especially if you do this a couple of times a week, and you supplement it with other forms or types of training. But make no mistake, it's not for the faint-hearted. And you do have to have a decent level of fitness to do it properly. Because although we're releasing these videos, we can't see what you're doing in terms of technique. So there is a higher chance of injury with HIIT. A few more seconds, keep the speed going for me. Alrighty. Switch it to hip rotations. Here's your next 30-second blast of working recovery. Sucking it in. So at this stage, this is me mentally preparing for the next burst of high intensity interval training. So you've got to be psychologically tough, mentally tough to do HIIT, because you know full well you're going to push yourself. Alrighty guys, switch it to mummy kicks. Notice how my toes point towards the ceiling, my heel of the foot straight to the floor, and I alternate my hands, one above, one below. Push it. Sucking in the oxygen. Now you can probably just about get away, or I certainly can, with not having a sip of water. But you're certainly working hard. But don't give up. If you've committed to doing HIIT, you've mentally sort of given yourself over to the idea of working really hard here. Okay, just jog it off on the spot. I'm going to march it off. Don't take too much water on. You don't really want it slushing around in your tummy. I'm going to take a bit more to a jog. One more tough minute, okay? Just going to grab my rope in preparation. Okay. Signature move, double mark time. High knees, speed, engage the core, shoulders back, speed. Once is okay, 5 times going wrong is not. "30 seconds, stay with me." It's a toughie. Okay. That's why it's high intensity interval training. Keep your legs ticking over. So if you do it properly, it's hard. Cool down's important here. Always thinking about safety. Just take a couple of deep breaths. I needed that recovery. Right, calf stretch, Push your heel back, interlink your fingers, reach up. Remember guys, this is a short class, so we're racing through the stretches and the cool down. Ideally, 45 seconds to a minute. Now remember, this is your start point. This is 10 minutes. We've got 20-minute classes and 30-minute classes based around the masterclass which is on the website. Familiarize yourself with the jump rope skills and also the exercises themselves, because we have them available to you on the subscription. So go and learn more about the technique and we teach you and show you how to do that, okay? Make sure you suck it in. I'm still out of breath even now. And change. And what you got to remember, guys, is I exercise most days, sometimes several times a day, as it's my job. But the difference is I've given 100% and I'm sweating. Right, guys, Skipfusion HIIT, 10 minutes, high intensity. 20 minutes is next. Move on if you're ready. Well done.